So hi,
Hi.
my name's Dr. Sam.
Hello, I'm
Um,
Taylor.
Hi. Hi. We're just here to talk about some of the issues that are bringing you here and concerning you. I like to usually just start off all these meetings with just talking a little bit about, your childhood and, just kind of the environment you're raised in. Can you tell me a little bit about that at all?
Sure. Well, I'm from Chicago. Grew up in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up really low income, single mom, like only child. And so, yeah, I don't know, grew up. I was there for most of my life up until a few years ago, and she was kind of an alcoholic.
Yeah.
She's a heavy drinker from when I was like real little to when I was about 12. She like quit drinking.
So that was a pretty big part of your childhood growing up there. Did you have a lot of friends when you were growing up?
Yeah, like I felt pretty good a lot of times, even though I like kind of felt alone and sad sometimes, because I had a lot of friends that I kind of considered like we would call each other sisters and stuff. We all kind of had it kind of bad, and so we just bonded, and I'm still friends with some of them now. So.
That's great. Long-time childhood friends are great to have around. Have you developed a lot of friendships in your day-to-day life now? I mean, what's changed? Like, it seems like you're a pretty affluent person now. Live in Manhattan and all.
Yeah, like after high school, I kind of decided that I didn't want like a family right now because still like really low income and stuff. So I decided to go to school for architecture. And now I have a pretty good job, like working with architects and making like more money than I've ever had before. So.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, it seems like you've been very successful. Tell me a little bit about why you're here today in my office.
I'm just concerned about my ability to like open up to people now. Like I try to kind of like I know I shouldn't really care so much what people think about me, like, and but sometimes I still get like really nervous, especially when I'm talking to like coworkers. And for some reason now it's even like with my family and friends. I just feel really awkward and like I'm like an interesting person, but I can't express that side of myself.
Yeah. So you want to feel more comfortable around people, mainly a lot of people, in your professional life. Seems like you really value a lot of the interactions, relationships, and you'd like them to be a little more meaningful. Is that right?
Yeah, like I just want to be able to share my joy with other people.
Yeah. You must really value feeling connected to others. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems to me that you have a really, open heart and a really willingness to want to connect with people. This is really good. I mean, what happens when you begin an interaction with someone in your life now?
I usually feel like okay to begin with, and then I just kind of try to take things for what they are in my day-to-day life. But then after a while, I'll like have something to add to a conversation with some coworkers or something, and I'll say whatever, and then like I'll gauge their reaction as being negative, or else like they won't really react at all to what I say, and so it just feels like I always have like bad timing, and like sometimes like I don't know, sometimes people receive me well, but then I just get the impression that I'm really boring or even like irritating to people, and then I just kind of start to wonder like why that is, and then I start to question why it even really matters so much. Like I shouldn't be so concerned with that stuff.
So you say you have bad timing. It sounds like you just feel awkward when you want to add to conversation sometimes. Um, and you think that people aren't going to understand your point of view or even your sense of humor. Is that right?
Yeah, like I start to kind of like double back in my thinking, and I wonder if other people think that I'm trying too hard to like impress them or something, so I just stop trying altogether, and then I'll say something like, I'll be like, I should open up to these people, so I'll say something really personal about myself or something that's kind of like embarrassing or something, and I'll just feel like they're like judging me or like they're kind of like seeing through me or something.
Seeing through you? You mentioned that. What do you mean by seeing through you exactly?
Um, well, like I'll decide to open up to somebody, but then I'll be like so nervous that I'll say something that's just kind of inappropriate or just too revealing about myself. Um, and then I think later on maybe they're kind of judging me for it, you know, like why would she say that or whatever. And but then sometimes like I'm also able to let it go and realize that people have their own lives and not really thinking about me. Um, and then I could either that or just like let them think whatever they want. And then I mean it's kind of like I know this stuff is in my imagination, so I kind of let it go because I don't even know if it's true and I don't know what people are really thinking anyway.
Mhm.
So I mean, even if they did have a bad opinion about me, it's not like I did something horrible to them. So, you know, there wouldn't really be a reason for that besides them just being kind of like jerks or something, you know?
Yeah, so it sounds like you're really perceptive to what a lot of these people are doing at some times. It seems like you do have, there are times you have the ability to alter your perspective when it comes to being worried about what people are thinking about you. That's a really good first step. It sounds like you want to find out how to do that more in your life. Um, is it important to you that people like you?
Yeah, like I think so to a certain degree. Like I think everybody kind of feels that way, like they want to be liked by people, but it's like my concern about it is just getting in the way of that, and it's kind of like ironic, you know, and I don't really like I don't want to like care less about other people. I just want to not care so much what people think about me all the time, and it's just like kind of it's like this oxymoron complexity thing in my head.
And it sounds like you built up a complex. So you'd like to be able to open up to people so that your life will be more enriched, it sounds like. But you do feel nervous about expressing yourself because you always have bad timing, kind of what you were saying. And then people think negatively about your personality. Do you want to really care less about what people think about yourself and your opinions of you?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't want to like, step on people's toes by like really not caring at all what people think about
Mhm.
me, but I just like to feel more at ease.
So it sounds like you definitely want to strike a balance uh, to be able to open doors for more communication. Are there times where you do just feel more at ease around people and interactions,
Um,
and especially within your work environment?
yeah, like I feel more comfortable if I take the time in the morning to feel like good about my outward appearance. Um, and if I'm at work and things are going well and I'm doing my job well, I don't feel nervous about anyone coming down on me. Um, so I'm kind of paranoid about like screwing things up sometimes, but like if I wake up late and don't take a shower or something like that, I'll feel like really gross all day and um, just more nervous, like talking to people for some reason. And then there's other times where I feel like really outgoing, like all day, and I don't really know why. Like it's just like the astrological omens or something, because I don't know. But yeah, I just like feel like I have a problem relating to people and relating to people's like conversations.
Mhm. Well, you say sometimes that you really feel like you connect with people, and then you mention that in the same vein of when you really present yourself well to the world. Do you think that has a correlation?
Yeah, like just like my appearance, you mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, when you feel good about yourself, you're able to
yeah.
interact better with people.
Mhm.
Alright. So do you think that you need to relate to something someone is talking about is related to your need to be liked?